looks, but I don't know anything about his acting. Hopefully he can fucking act.
I hope so.
I mean, because you're playing Superboy.
Yeah.
It's the only on the Titan show, like he would be technically the strongest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't kind of pull that off and have that like snarky Superboy like attitude and stuff like that, then it's gonna kind of suck. But I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them casting younger. I haven't got to hear a whole lot about like Swamp Thing, but he doesn't become Swamp Thing till his 30s. I hope they keep that.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely. I mean, they try to stay true to it, but like, you can still cast someone who's a rugged-looking 27-year-old like myself.
Yeah,
I look every bit of 34. I'm only 27, so let's get after it, DC. I'll lose the weight. I'll get rid of the tits. We'll figure it out. What's going on? What's going on next?
Alright. Keeping up with keeping up with actors that are not American, we got Johnny Depp files lawsuit against Amber Heard over abuse allegations. I guess what, like how long ago?
Defamation of character.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say?
Did you say not American?
Yeah, Johnny Depp's from Kentucky, and I think Amber Heard's from like the Northeast somewhere. You know.
Show them what
She's
that
actually
is.
from Atlantis.
So there you go.
No.
Not American.
Yeah.
Listen,
Depp from,
I
like, the
don't
Boston,
know
Kentucky.
shit from shit. I thought he was.
Well, allegedly
British.
they beat the shit out of each other, and she's claiming that he beat the shit out of her mostly,
then now
and
he's
now he's like, you ruined my character, my chances of being in other movies, and yada yada, so on and so forth. It's fucking stupid.
She
They were-
shit on his bed.
Yeah, and you know what?
That was
he's
great.
he's just an oddball dude anyway. Like a lot of the
He is.
shit I hear
I
about
like
him, like he's not even really getting casted in movies anymore. They're rebooting the Pirates
Oh my
movies
God, they should
because
stop with that.
they're rebooting them. You know, Disney spent all the money in the world on that. They're not gonna let that
No.
die.
No.
They
No.
built a part of the theme park that was like $100 and some odd million. Like, of course.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But of course, at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is, fuck him. I don't care. He's a piece of shit, I guess, and she's a cunt. I don't know.
My favorite part of everything about this divorce is that she just got pissed at him and shit on their bed.
Yeah. And
She
she
spread the butt cheeks and just Amber Heard a turd all over his
Oh
bed.
my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why you should sue, because that's mad disrespectful.
Because even 3 of their housekeepers said that she blamed it on the dogs. And they were like, no, because they have
That's not
little
fucking
tiny
right.
dogs. And they're like, no, that was human.
Human shit.
Yeah, they
That's
said it's too
fucked
big
up.
for a dog.
Alright, so,
I just imagine Johnny just goes, takes a shower, he comes back, what the fuck?
let's say someone just took a hot toddy all over that fucking bed. Amber Heard turd, I love
Amber
it.
Heard
That's,
that turd.
man, put that shit on a t-shirt.
We need to make t-shirts.
No, we
that
don't.
That has been a thing.
We
have
only put
14
them
listeners.
we only do XL sizes too, given our stature. I'll just draw on a bunch of fucking Hanes, whatever. Let's get to the next.
Alright, again, I'll let you take over, Dave, because you know more about this shit than I
Okay,
do.
so I didn't know this was a thing, but my boy Ray Liotta of Goodfellas fame, he's gonna get the starring role in a Sopranos prequel series, and I'm all about this because I was
Yeah.
a big Sopranos guy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Ray Liotta, you can't put him in anything that's not a gangster movie
Yeah.
because it seems
I've
like
seen it. I've seen
because
it.
he sucks at it.
No, that's not true.
I didn't appreciate him outside of gangster
There's this
movies.
movie he did with 50 Cent where he's a doctor, and 50 Cent has leukemia. It's actually really good. You would enjoy it. 50 Cent's like
Wait,
a
I know what you're
Already
talking
sounds
about.
terrible.
Yeah.
Go
No,
ahead.
dude, shut up. So
No, I
50 Cent's this like amazing football player. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like top tier. He's going to be drafted #1 overall.
Yeah, I remember
And then
that
in the
shit.
middle of his training session for the combine, he collapses and they find out he has like stage 4 cancer. He's totally fucked.
Mhm.
Ray Liotta is his doctor. He actually does an amazing job. And 50 Cent actually does an amazing job. He lost like 100 pounds to play that role.
Yeah,
So it was
'cause
fucking amazing.
I remember
It was
reading
really
articles
good.
about that.
He almost like died.
Yeah.
But it was really, really good. That was back when 50 Cent wanted to be an actor, but now
Mhm.
he's just the best troll on the internet. Anyway, continue with this Ray
But
Liotta
fair
thing.
enough. I didn't see that movie, so that's why I'm basing
Yeah.
my Ray
Roll.
Liotta stance on.
Well, true, because
Maybe
he's-
I'll check that movie out though.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's like a million pieces.
He only
Something
made like two movies. 50 Cent.
No, he made like 56.
Oh shit! I only know
Do you
two.
not-
And
do you
an
not have-
amazing
do you-
video game.
Do you not have Netflix? He's on everything that's an action movie that involves guns. 50 Cent.
No, I don't pay attention to it.
God damn it. Anyway, so you're here for this Sopranos thing. I'm not sure how I feel about it because these are, again, these money grabs. Like, we got the Breaking Bad movie coming out that's a prequel. We talked about this the other week. I'm over the fucking prequel thing.
Well,
the movies and the shows are dead.
That-
Let them die.
Yeah.
This I'm only excited about because in my head, he's playing Tony Soprano's dad, which I would like to see the older guys start the family.
I mean, I guess
That's kind of what I'm hoping for and I want to see, and that's what's getting me excited, because then that means you bring back Polly Walnuts. There's a
I don't
lot.
know anything about
There's a
the
lot of
Sopranos.
characters
Yeah,
that
I
can
don't
come
know
back
anything about
that
the show.
makes sense.
I just know that the ending of the show, the series ending episode, pissed off the world. That's all I know. And then they fat shamed a girl a lot.
Well, they were gonna make a movie, but Gandolfini passed away.
Well,
But-
sucks to suck. So,
I don't
Sopranos.
know.
I'm glad you're happy about it.
I love the Sopranos.
I'm glad you're happy about it. I don't know anything about the Sopranos.
I love.
For someone who uses a term so loosely to love Italian
Right?
things
Right.
that way is
Right.
a little
I know
much.
how fucked up
It
is
throws
that?
me
Yeah,
off.
it throws me
Because
off.
Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies ever.
You were there when I recently watched Goodfellas like a couple,
I love that
couple months
movie.
ago. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for shitting on Goodfellas, but I'll
Right.
fucking do it next time.
Like Casino. I don't like The Godfather though.
Well, that's a shitty movie.
Godfather's
Simply
boring
too
as fuck.
long, and then Marlon Brando's like fucking almost dead.
And they made 3 of those shits.
Yeah, they were terrible. But I don't like gangster movies in general. That's just my personal opinion. I don't find the crime family thing that enticing or intriguing.
See, the ones like Goodfellas where there's something constantly happening, that's fine. But Godfather, there's like, I don't know, 4 scenes in 3 movies where shit like actually was
the
interesting.
monologue for "You Come to Me on My
The-
Daughter's Wedding Day."
And the rest of it's just people sitting around drinking
Just
wine.
a bloody deer head.
Yeah.
Did you say deer head?
Yeah.
It's a
It's horse head.
Oh, was it horse? Fuck.
You're
damn
a
it.
surprised pony.
I've never seen
Don't
it.
speak up unless you know.
That scene,
I'm just
that scene I will give them. That's an iconic fucking scene. Because they ripped that off in like movies forever after that.
They did.
Fair.
And shows.
That's fair. Well, I mean,
There's always a dead pet head in somebody's bed in some movie.
I don't know how many movies you've watched, but I haven't seen.
I've
them.
seen a lot.
I haven't seen those ones.
Did
Did you just watch Pet Cemetery your whole life? Is that what you did?
I've seen it twice.
Fucking ass.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Sopranos prequel coming in, and Dave's gonna watch.
Hard.
I'll watch
for
it.
Hard watch.
Hard nips all day watching that shit.
All right.
Alright, that's it for the news. We're
Boom.
going to jump to That's Fucked. So, we have a man that was trapped in his car for 5 days with his dog and living off of Taco Bell sauce packets. So, the story is, I'll tell you the
Yeah,
story.
I was gonna say, enlighten me, motherfucker.
Alright, so this man, it's up in Oregon.
All right.
He-
It's not Canadian.
No, not Canadian. It could be. Because fucking Dave. Anyways, so they're up
Dave.
going up.
Sorry, I'm cultured.
Only for Canada?
For Canada.
What you calling culture? God damn it.
So they're going up. It said something they're going up for hiking or something in the woods, but it was snowing real bad, and the guy and his dog get stuck in his car. Like the car's stuck. It's just too much snow. So the day one, he tries to actually walk towards town, but it's snowing so bad and the snow is so high up that he can't go anywhere, so he just goes back to his car. And what he does from time to time, he'll turn his car on, turn it off so there's heat, and then he had 5 packets or something like that of Taco Bell hot sauce, and he was just eating them day by day.
Oh,
So he
shits
had
were
some
horrifying.
some
Horrifying
substance. So
shits.
eventually, by day 5, a guy like in a ski thing, whatever, that motorcycle,
The snowmobile.
yeah,
Come on, you're so not
So much
American.
fun.
I'm not white. Anyway, so yeah, he finds them, and yeah, they get him out, and you know the guy was fine. I mean, you could they were saying you could tell he was hungry, and then you know they get him out. So
I
And
mean,
he had fire hole for like a week.
dude,
that
that's-
sucks really bad
that
just to be
sucks.
stuck in a car with your dog. I don't give a fuck about not eating for 5 days. I
Right.
could use that.
Right.
But as far as surviving, because you can go 30 days without food as long as you have water. So
Yeah.
there's snow
Yeah.
outside, piss off, you're fine, pussy. Now sitting there with your dog not eating, that's a problem. A whiny dog for 5 days,
Ooh.
piss me the fuck off. You've
Yeah.
heard my dog bark 3 times on these podcasts. I want to beat it with a cast iron skillet sometimes. I don't because I love her,
Right.
but it's there. And Yeah, so it is fucked up because, dude, you didn't check the weather. You didn't think to be like, ooh, it's not gonna be
Right.
like the perfect hiking
Like,
situation.
how far off the road did you get stranded?
I feel like he definitely went off the beaten path for sure. He definitely was not sitting on a hiking trail because most of those are pretty pushed down.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll get deep, but you park your car in a parking lot and you hike. It's like a bike trail. What the fuck you doing, sir? You got a Humvee? You just decided to tackle a couple of hills and figure it out?
I was gonna go straight in.
Yeah, I feel like he was trying to do something freaky where that dog got stuck for 5 days and he had that hot sauce for some pretty fucking erroneous reasons.
Yeah.
He's a deviant. That man, you know what? That's what's fucked.
But I mean, I guess that almost makes sense to me. Well, I see people leave ketchup and shit in their car all the time.
It's disgusting.
That bothered me forever. I mean, this guy's probably dead. That's probably what he was doing, and that's how he, survived off his Taco Bell package. But
stop saying survived. He only went 5 days without food. God damn it! Stop saying survived.
Whatever. I
He's
kept
a survivor.
I don't care. I read the piece of paper.
Just like that dude who killed that kitten, that cougar kitten. That motherfucker. He survived.
My man.
All right. Sorry, I said survived. But sometimes I don't even really get sauce packets when I go places. But when I do, they end up in my fridge, not my car. Because.
So you trust places.
Well, something they were saying too. His car was trash. He had just a bunch of shit in his car.
Oh, so he's a hobo.
So,
he was living in his fucking
Living
car.
in his car, yeah.
So he's probably just shitting in his car too.
Probably.
Shit out the window, man. The fuck.
Yeah, you got out to try to walk down the road.
Yeah,
Get out and take a shit.
I'm just throwing out there. This just sounds like a dude who lives in his car was just parked at a hiking spot because you can have your car there for extended periods of time.
I might have to.
And then the snowstorm hit, and he was like, fuck, because he probably didn't have a phone.
Oregon.
If you're living in your car, if you have a phone, I mean, you should, but you probably don't because you make bad life decisions. He didn't have a phone. So okay, we're talking about a guy living in his fucking car.
Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The more details we've got.
He didn't have AccuWeather. He's a dummy. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What an asshole.
What a dick.
You should have ate the dog.
It's kind of a
I thought that's where it was going to go.
That's what I thought it was going to go. I was like, that's what's fucked up. And he's like, I only had 5 sauce packets. Well, fuck you. You got $1 worth of sauce with $1 taco, you piece of shit. You doubled down, and then you got fucked. Yeah. Should have thought
that.
better.
It is a fuck story. That dude's an asshole.
He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. It's Oregon, though. What can you do?
It is Oregon. Oh, God. All right. This one I was just like, really big. But,
well, when you read it, the geography doesn't match up.
It doesn't. Okay, so we go to Brazil.
Okay.
And so we have a video and a picture. They found a dead humpback whale.
In a river?
Not in a river. It was more like inland. So they were saying either the weather was like so intense that it dragged this thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
They have videos
of it getting dragged.
No, not dragged. It's already.
No, I read the article.
Okay.
I think I call bullshit on every theory they had. Aliens. I'm right at aliens. I'm right at aliens, or the dude was practicing for Superboy for so long that he had to go all the way down there and figure it out. But there's no fucking way the thing works. It's like all pale and shit. It doesn't. I don't like it. Isn't it? It's a humpback fucking whale.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
that
inland?
doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it's inland, and they're not, I mean, they're mammals, so that's going to go pretty much in any water ever, but it's just too big to be where it is, and it's too far away.
My thing was, I thought humpbacks were like more towards like northern waters.
I have no idea.
I thought they survived more in colder waters.
No, that's orcas, isn't it? Humpbacks are more Pacific is, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
It varies.
You know what? They're fucking whales that live in the ocean. They should just shit.
But still, like a dead orca shitting.
It's not an orca. It's a humpback.
I
would believe in orca. I would believe in orca.
But it shouldn't end up.
Like,
what did that say? Like 50 miles inland?
Something like that.
Like in the middle of the Amazon jungle?
Yeah, maybe the humpback was looking for some acai, dude. Don't worry about what he wanted. He wanted to visit the favelas. He wanted to bring water there.
There you go.
Don't worry about what he was doing. No, it's fucked up.
50 miles inland?
50 miles inland.
I
would give it a mile. I'd give it, like, if it got caught in a river, like a mile in, maybe, like, and it just got, like, to the funnel part of the river where it's, like, shrunk down and didn't have enough space, I could believe that. How the fuck do you get a giant ass? How do you get the whale from Jonah's Bible story, Jose, in the middle of Brazil's
It was a
fucking
giant
forest?
fish. It was not a whale.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
But
Oh, he lived in the whale for less than 5 sauce packets, you asshole. So, yeah, how do you get the fucking whale there,
And now
dude?
the other thing they were saying too, like it was so small, like they were expecting this thing to be huge, but like I don't know.
There's a baby?
So what is this? Like a baby or a?
No, it was. They said it was a full grown, but they couldn't
26
explain
feet
why.
long?
26 feet long, goddamn.
Yeah, why it was just
What?
little.
That picture I don't think is doing. No, never mind. Picture looks fine.
Yeah.
First, the way they shot it at the one angle, that thing did not look like it should. It looked like it was. They're saying 26 feet long, but the angle they shot it at,
Didn't look
the
like
people
26,
looked
yeah.
too big for it to be
Yeah.
26. But yeah,
Oh yeah, because I mean it's a rarity just for a whale to wash up on shore at the beach, let
Yeah.
alone go this far. So again, yeah, it's fucked. What theories, gentlemen? Theories. Don't
I-
say
I
weather.
could-
If anyone says
I-
weather, I'm gonna punch you.
I
in the
kind of
face.
want to jump on your alien theory.
gotta be aliens,
I'm gonna
bro.
go with time travel.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I want you to explain this.
You need to explain how I time travel.
Whales in the future are smart as fuck, and this one was experimenting, and then shit got fucked up. And
Doesn't even have thumbs.
It's in the future.
I looked at the
Doesn't
picture.
matter.
You need
It's dead.
They became. God damn it! I know they're mammals and they evolved. But
Yeah,
fucking
but-
Christ.
You gotta have fingers to work.
Maybe
Time travel
you
technology.
don't need fingers in the future, so fuck
You
you.
guys say the whales are so smart they can do telepathy?
Yeah.
So you're also saying that if you don't need fingers in the future, second base is not an option on a date anymore.
Probably not.
You're a piece of shit for that.
I mean, they're
You
called
just took second
comebacks.
base
They're
away.
called
You took
comebacks
second
for
base
reasons.
They used to call me Robbie Alomar. This is bullshit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything how that could work at all. There's no explanation that I can think of, and I'm not like a fucking genius at all.
No,
Clearly.
But this is just
But
this is
that's-
physics and geography.
yeah, it just it doesn't. How do you move
None of it
something?
matches up.
Yeah.
And then another thing they were
Was
saying
there
too.
a recent storm or something along those lines? Like, was there a monsoon, typhoon,
They were,
or tsunami?
their
A monsoon
reasoning it was
or
either a
not.
storm or they were saying like people actually carried this thing, but then they're like, why would somebody want to carry
Right.
this thing and take it
Well,
inland?
you know how many
Dude's
people?
crop circles. It's the same premise. Some assholes got real drunk one night, and they're like, "Dude, see that little ish humpback? Because
Yeah.
we could totally do this."
Right.
So they gathered an entire village of 37,000 people, and they tied a bunch of fucking bungee cord to it, hooked it to some ATVs, dragged it inland,
because they have ATVs.
and then they do
Some of
probably.
them do.
I assume so. It's not an unmodern place.
Yeah, it is.
It's
I mean, there
just-
are parts of it that
it's
are like
just
Detroit,
poor.
but other than that, it's like, it's not that bad. You look like you're from Brazil.
I
So-
could be.
Yeah,
It's-
you look like you're from anywhere that's
I
not
mean,
here.
there's a
It's
lot
true.
of poverty, but it's not like, you know,
I hear
the
you.
the story we talked about last week. It's not a tribe in Africa
Yeah,
where they're just like living in huts in the middle of the woods.
it's true.
You don't know.
I mean, there are some down there, but
We're losing the central point of the story.
we are.
Back to the
We're not
whale
here to
from the
shoot
future.
on
You're
Brazil.
forcing me to give you what little bit of knowledge of
You
Brazil I
have no
have.
knowledge. Maybe if it was Canada, you can give me all the knowledge. That's all you know.
Well, I agree with Dave over here, and that's fucked, dude.
That is
I
a
have no
fuck
idea.
story. That one, when I first saw the headline, I was like, and then I started reading the article. I was like, the physics doesn't, and like geography do not match.
Don't line up, don't match.
So yeah, and then I was sitting there. I was like, this story's really fucked up.
It is.
Yeah. So,
That's
But-
kind of all the stories
Yeah.
we got.
yeah, but you know what we haven't touched on is we normally try to do a rewrite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What
So
you got in mind?
I actually don't have much in mind, but because we kind of wrote into we talked briefly about the blade thing, and I feel
Mhm.
like you could go on that one. We could go on the Hellboy one because I know it's got the Blood Queen in it.
Mhm.
But yeah. So you guys, let's stay in the comic book realm. If you were to write the Thor female movie, what are you doing? How you passing the torch to the girl?
See, okay, because you need Chris Hemsworth.
Mhm.
In the comic books, the way they bring her in is Thor becomes unworthy of Mjolnir.
Yeah, but Mjolnir doesn't exist anymore. Mjolnir's gone. It's
That is
Stormbreaker
true.
now.
Movies, yeah.
Yeah, but that's still
You have to
a
be worthy.
weapon specifically for Thor.
Yeah, but Groot lifted it.
That's because Groot's the shit.
This-
Groot's a worthy creature.
He's a dickhead in that whole movie.
He's good-hearted.
So
I don't
is
know.
Cap.
I don't know. I'm trying to explain this
So is
shit.
everyone who tried to save the world. Loophole.
I'm trying to explain this shit.
Yeah, but they weren't ever able to pick it up.
Because
I mean, in Age of Ultron, Captain America almost.
He almost did.
actually, the deleted scene, Vision chucks him his hammer.
Yeah, the Vision.
They do show Vision hold the hammer in that movie.
Yeah. So, I mean,
But, okay, the way they did in the comics was because Thor became a disgrace. Odin banished him. But there must be a Thor, so they gave it to Jane Foster.
well, she's gone.
So, in the comics, she has, stage 4 leukemia. When she's Thor, she's healthy. So she tries to,
Be Thor as much as possible.
yeah. But she still, goes to Earth and does her
Chemo.
And then she, oh shit, grabs the hammer and goes back to fucking Asgard.
Sounds like bad writing.
It really
Now I
was.
understand why Disney wants to shut that shit down. Fuck, dude, that's really.
It was.
It's really bad
It's
writing.
like we were saying. They just kind of shoehorned a female to get representation,
Like, I'm all
and
for
they
it.
used a character name that's
I'm
already
all
there.
for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Here's where I would say you take that movie. Is you got Valkyrie in Ragnarok. You got
Yes.
Chris Hemsworth.
Mhm.
You want to shoot for every demographic right now? They have a mixed baby.
I'm in.
Yeah, they have a mixed baby. And then something happens. Maybe you bring back Helena.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't see her die.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
You don't see her die at all. So you bring Helena into the mix, and she kills Thor. And Valkyrie's got to run away with the baby, and then they're raised by bring in an Avenger just for party's sake. Make it Cap. He retires, but he can do whatever. So you raise this kind, good-hearted little girl with Cap, like at the helm, trying to keep her safe and stuff. Because maybe Valkyrie's still drinking a lot. I don't know what's happening.
I mean, that situation would make you drink a
Fuck.
bit.
Yeah, and then you pass it on, but you got maybe take that back, and it's the rebirth of Asgard.
I like it.
Okay.
I like
You
that
could
a lot.
you could rebuild Asgard with her at the helm,
Mhm.
and I mean you would want to cast someone relatively young.
You can,
So-
you can also do, you can do like the montage like in Wonder Woman where you watch her grow up and learn
Mhm.
everything she needs
Until
to
she
learn.
gets into her about her 20s,
Yeah. So
mid-20s. So you get someone who's mid-20s, looks good and blonde, figures it out. I think you definitely have to use Millie Bobby Brown as a young daughter in that. I mean, she's a huge name. She's a star. She's a legend,
Alright.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
She's British
Yeah.
already.
I like it.
And then you have her start off, and then you just, I mean, eventually Helena didn't die. She makes Asgard a shithole. She defeats the Ragnarok monster.
Yeah.
And then she wants to take her revenge, and that's when she kills Thor. They go into hiding, and then they go back, and she wants to liberate Asgard and make it what her father once had it in. There you go. You can try to do something along those lines.
I like
So
this.
shit, kind of going off of that, could you see maybe? Because eventually, doesn't Iron Man get with what's her face?
Pepper?
Pepper, and they have a kid. Like, kind of make like a next gen.
Well, there is a
Okay.
next Avengers comic book run.
Mhm.
It's a little weak. It's a little lacking.
Yeah.
Because what happens in the next Avengers is the mantle is taken up by all the kids because Ultron kills everyone.
Yeah.
And then the kids take it up, and Tony Stark takes care of those kids and keeps them safe from Ultron and has this like thing, and he keeps them enclosed in it. So I mean, you could kind of go that route, but as far as like Iron Man, I think you just kill him off because you have Ironheart now.
Yeah.
And then, because if we're gonna pass the torch, you should probably stick to the source material as best as you possibly can,
Yeah.
and with the diversity they're bringing in.
Yeah.
Which, all for it.
Yeah.
Be diverse, represent everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's my whole thing has just been you're shoehorning them into characters that already exist and are already loved. You could give them their own thing
Mm-hmm.
where they what was it, the Hulk?
Hmm.
The new one's name was Amadeus Cho. Just I'm not like
That's
literally
a stupid name.
an Asian Bruce
It's a
Banner,
name.
and then they're like he's the Hulk now.
I mean, I'm here for it because they nailed it with Miles Morales.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
nailed it. And then
There's also been multiverses of Spider-Man for as long as I remember.
Yeah, I mean, shattered dimensions, everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I remember that. They even brought it in the cartoon when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that all makes sense. But, I mean, as far as, like, yeah, you just tiptoeing backwards to where we were before, talking about diversity and everything in comics and these movies. I'm here for it, but don't do it just for the sake of it. Do it because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you took, and again, like this Cho dude recreated what Banner was trying to do and the same thing happened to him, that makes sense. I get it now. He just did it in Japan. Like, maybe you bring in Fukushima or something like that. I get that. Don't just do it to do it, though.
Yeah.
Make it, if you're going to try to make it canon and be the next thing at the helm of the ship, do it where it makes sense, so it's not going to piss us off. You just can't do that.
A lot of people were upset about they made Falcon Captain America for a little while. Just because they were like, well, we're going to make Captain America a black guy. So Falcon's black, we're going to stick him in the suit.
But we've all seen it done in every hash of every comic book ever. There's always like, there's a black Batman, there's a girl Batman, there's a gay girl Batman. Miles Morales is bisexual and black and Latino. I get it. We need things like that for representation in the cultures, but at the same time, don't do it just to do it. Do it where it makes sense. Like if you're passing the torch, like the Iron Man, the Ironheart thing, that's the only one, even though I don't like it as much, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Tony's too old, he just can't do it, so he Batman Beyonds that shit, and you get that girl being Ironheart.
And the way I like the way DC did it, I like. They're like, we've got 52 different Earths, and on every Earth, every superhero is different.
Yep.
Like you have, what is it? It's Earth 3, 4, where Superman's black. Whole different.
Yeah, I get it.
And like Damian Wayne is Batman on like Earth 15.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they only bring the multiverse really into the Spider-Man aspect of things, and then Deadpool sometimes for Marvel. So if you're gonna do these things, you could definitely multiverse it, but yeah, as a whole, just to do it just doesn't make sense to me. It just feels like a pool for an audience that isn't even asking for it, because your audience isn't people looking exclusively for representation. It's people looking for comic books to be done well.
Yeah.
And the representation comes with that eventually. You make it, as long as it makes sense, it can happen. But if you're just doing it for the sake of diversity and for the sake of representation, so you're not ostracizing a certain group of people or alienating them, not being inclusive, you're going to have weak stories. And all I've seen a lot of the time when they do that is it's a weak fucking story. It's a bad
Marvel, like because when I first saw the headline of them shutting down the comic division, it almost made sense to me. Because I was like, I love Marvel characters. I don't read as many because the stories aren't straight or aren't like strong.
No, they're not.
And but the people who write Doctor Strange, Black Panther, because the same guy writing Black Panther is also writing Captain America. Great writer, Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yeah.
He is a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. And they talked him into writing comics. They were like, we'll give you Black Panther.
Yeah, I have the first issue. It gets you going. It gets
and
you
he's good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And like I said, X-23, their writer's really good. It's not like a real wordy comic. It's easy to read. You can read through it real quick, but the story will keep you involved. And like DC was always, we'll have good artists, but the stories are always richer.
Yeah.
And the guy writing Batman right now has been so fucking good. And he's like, issue 105 is my last one, which they're at like 65 now.
Oh wow.
Which is a ways away. But I was like, man, I was really hoping you were just gonna write Batman for
ever.
Yeah, like until your fingers fell off.
It makes sense. But yeah, so I mean, as far as rewrites go, it ties into the whole, like, if you're gonna change it, just do it right. It's just like, take the time to appreciate the source material and make it make sense. So yeah, that's where my stance is. And I think that Thor movie, if they do go that direction of starting to make these characters more diverse and like different genders or different weights or different cultures, like, that's fine. Just work it into where we can understand and we can walk along with you, as opposed to being dragged along with you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Alright, and what else we going on?
Do we have anything else?
Rex recommendations. Anybody see anything new this week? Anybody do anything new this week? I got one.
I have not.
I got one. I have kids, so I watched Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, let me know how that
and
was.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
The thing that I enjoyed the most about it is with these Pixar and these animated Disney movies coming out like that, the messages behind them are fantastic.
Yes.
Wreck-It Ralph, I mean, I don't want to spoil it if you guys are going to watch it. If you're not going to watch it, I'll fucking spoil the shit out of it.
You know I'm
definitely going to watch it.
Okay, so, but there's the dynamic where they teach you how to cope with certain parts of emotions and how to grow up and like loss and all these things, and Disney's just nailing it. And again, this is another one that hit right on the head. And they talk about the internet and how it's fast tracking like friendships and how it's making kids grow up faster and how it's like putting you in different precarious situations. And then along the ways it's like how you're also forging friendships through it. And it's just like this amazing dynamic that goes through all the while. The humor is there that it was in the first one, all the nostalgia, all the fun stuff. But it really brings home towards the end of the movie a great lesson for you to learn in life as you get older and you're connecting with people and even disconnecting with people. It's done very, very well.
Damn, I already feel it.
It's heartwarming. Also, I'm articulate as fuck, so you're welcome. But yeah, I do highly recommend that movie. If you just got a couple, I think it's like an hour 50 maybe. It's a good watch. It'll keep you there. You'll laugh. You'll feel for it. It's very. I like the first one more because it's just the way it normally goes. But it's done really, really well. So that's my recommendation for this week. And yeah.
I don't got anything.
It's fine. We also recommend Bangs and Natter Days.
Oh,
boom.
Thank you, Doug. These Bang energy drinks are actually pretty damn
good.
great.
Tasty, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 300 milligrams of caffeine. It's got amino acids and BCAAs in there. I don't know what the fuck that means, but other than that, it makes you feel good.
It does.
It does. I don't crash hard.
They're a little more than your typical monsters, but hey, it's worth it.
They're the 2 for $4 in some places.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty reasonable. But and the Natter Days, killing it. Whatever.
Yeah. Like I said,
not bad.
Easy drink.
You're right. It barely tastes like beer. It was actually done right. So it's really good.
I covered all 3 recommendations this week. You're welcome.
You're a good man on that.
Yes, thank you,
good
sir.
Man.
Boom.
All right.
So, okay, if you could give us rates and reviews, that would be great everywhere you're listening. Some people have been leaving comments on YouTube lately. That's been
Keep that
fun.
coming. Keep
I
that
like
coming.
that. Write in, like you're trying to do on Intoxication. We will do a segment of answering questions. If you want to hear our opinions on something you've got questions about.
Especially with the creativity that we try to do here, we try to bring you is the rewrites and stuff. Give us suggestions for it. If you don't like the way something goes, or if you have an idea of how you want it to go, we will not only take that topic, we will shout you out. We will definitely give you all the credit you deserve for bringing us those tasty topics.
Also, thank you, Alicia Marsh. If you enjoy our new logo, it is very,
Shots out,
very
Alicia.
Oh yeah.
It is
good
great,
job.
and I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun working with her every step of the way.
Oh yeah,
She really made that pop and look good. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
You know, it's funny. I showed it to my buddy Anthony. He's like, "Oh, it looks like very Joker-esque and Batman." I'm like, "Yeah, I think that's what Dave really wanted to go with."
100%.
Oh yeah,
She hit the nail on the head from
Oh,
what you
yeah.
told me you wanted. She hit the nail
it was
on the
great.
head.
I didn't even have to tell her. James told her.
Oh yeah.
He was he was like, just make it Joker colored. I'm sure Dave's cool with that.
Fuck yeah.
And that day, she had asked me about colors, and I was like, yeah, if you just look up, Joker from the Batman animated series, I really like the way those colors work together.
Yeah, it was great.
It's real nice. I like it. So, till next week, I've been Dave.
Jose.
And this is Fat Doug. We appreciate you.
Later.
Boom.
Hour 3.